Hi everyone. Today we're going to learn about how to use the prime factorization of multiple numbers to find the greatest common factor, the GCF, and the least common multiple, the LCM. So our first question is, what is the greatest common factor and what is the least common multiple? What do they mean? So the greatest common factor is the largest integer that's the factor of two or more numbers. So if I have two different numbers, what's the largest number that's a factor of both? And the least common multiple is what is the smallest number that is a multiple of two or more numbers. Now, the brute force method, you can take two numbers, list all of the factors of each, and then find which one is the biggest. Same thing with the multiples. You can list all the multiples of two different numbers and find out which one is the smallest they share in common. But that's kind of inefficient. We're going to use the prime factorization method. So the question may ask, find the greatest common factor and the least common multiple of 168 and 462. Now, I really don't want to find all of the factors of 168 and 462. Take way too much time, and I'm too lazy to do that. So step one, we're going to find the prime factorization of each number, which we've already learned how to do. So the prime factorization of 168 and 462 are shown on your screen. And now we're going to take and use an organizing tool called a Venn diagram, which you've used in English. You've probably used it in math. If not, we also are allowed to use it in math. So we're going to write all of the common factors in the intersection. So I'm going to take 168 and 462 and find out what they have in common. So they both have a 3, they both have a 7, they both have some 2s. So let's start, they both have a 2. Now, it may be helpful to cross off what you've used in an organization strategy. They also both share a 3. They also both share a 7. Now, sometimes they may share 2 of a certain number, and we have to put it in here twice, and we're allowed to do that. Now, once we're done with that, we have to write the remaining factors, so what's left of the 168 over on the left side, and what's left of the 462 on the right side. So 168, we have 3 2s, a 3, and a 7. So we need to put the other 2 2s on this left side to get all 3 2s, the 3, and the 7 in this 168 circle. For 462, we have the 2 and the 3 and the 7 already taken care of, but we don't have the 11. And you should check at this point to make sure all of your numbers are accounted for. So 462 is a 2, 3, 7, 11. 168 is 3 2s, a 3, and a 7. So now I've appropriately set up my box. There are no numbers on the outside that are the same. That should be in the middle. Now, to find the GCF, I need to take and find the product, so multiply all the numbers in the middle, because that'll make you a giant factor that's the greatest factor the two share. So 2 times 3 times 7 is 42. So 42 is the GCF of 168 and 462. Now the LCM is the product of all of the numbers, what they share in common and what they don't. So we take the 2 and the 3 and the 7 and then multiply it by another 2, and an 11, and you get 1848, and that's how you find the LCM. And that's the process for finding the GCF of two numbers or the LCM of two numbers.